things I really loved about your character was sort of like the turmoil he feels about like being a good person versus being a bad person. And I was wondering if you could speak to that.
Yeah, he's such a conflicted soul, right? Like it's Manny is you see like, he spends the entire show just trying to get out of that cycle of violence that he was thrown in. But it's a very tragic character because in order to do that, he has to sort of break up with the person that means most to him, which is Ray. So it's a very tragic character, and he tries to do that through religion, through drugs, he sees that Sherry is his way out of that situation, but he really can't do that. We all have been in a situation where we know what's the right thing to do, but we just can't. And that's just tragic.
It's almost like Shakespearean, like Romeo and Juliet, their relationship.
Absolutely, and it is a love story. It is a love story between these two dudes, and that's another thing that I love about the show because these characters, it is a very violent show. There's a drug trade and everything, but they are not the stereotype of the heroes of action crimes shows. They're not tough. They're not they just want a way. Man is probably the most vulnerable character I have ever played in my life. Very emotional, and like many Latinos and black men that were thrown into this cycle of violence that they cannot. The population that's incarcerated, they were incarcerated since they were 15. These two dudes. So I like a lot. The thing that I love most about the show is that they are not the stereotype of the macho. They represent many kids that were told that their value was their value. This is what you value. You're gonna spend the rest of your life doing that. And when they start seeing another horizon from themselves, it's maybe too late for that.
We knew that Ray and Manny were a relationship that we hadn't really seen on television before. Like we hadn't seen this black man and Latino man who had gone through all these trials and tribulations be this close. To find that tenderness and that affection and vulnerability is very easy to be like, well, it's a crime drama and they got to be hard and they got to be macho and we didn't want that because that's not who me and Wagner were to each other. So, Peter recognized that and brought a lot of that to the show. And I love that, man. Like, I swear, I would do anything for that man. I'm so grateful that he was a part of this.